Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we hung out with Aigis a little bit to accumulate points with her social link, and we managed to get just enough to continue ranking up with her link. And we also had a couple of free days in a row after that, so we had, I think, 2, if my memory's correct. That's never happened before. So we didn't do much of substance apart from seeing other places that we could discover or use to level up in our character traits, our courage, charm, and or academics. Today we're gonna continue to go after Aigis' social link, as we did gather enough points last time, like I said, so we're gonna continue on that front while we still can, as it's only 6, soon to be 5 days away from the promised day. So as the day transitions to the 26th, we'll be able to continue on Aigis' link. And now it's lunchtime. And there she is, the robot girl in question. Although we are seated next to one another, it still feels awkward when I meet you here. Why is that? I don't find it awkward at all. We've known each other for a while. Pretty sure I'll be free today though, if we can ease that awkwardness. If possible, can you reserve some time for after school for me? I wish to speak to you. I think I'll do just that, I guess. I think I will. So we got that to look forward to. Barring any class we have to attend first. Nope, she's right here. So I guess let's make good on our promise and just hang out. I guess look directly into your eyes. If Uriel will be able to hang out with her. Yes, we shall do just that, I guess. Thank you very much. Shall we go? Yes, we shall go. Back on the rooftop. We just saw her here just the other day before her role in a future consultation happened. But as a result, I have realized something. The heart and body are inseparable. A human heart can only function normally within a human body. Have you ever come here alone with a female on any occasion before? Will she get offended if I say yes? I mean, she is a robot, but she also looks like a girl. I'm not sure what to say here. Let's try be smooth about this. I'm doing it now. Huh? I'm only shaped like a female, and besides, I'm a machine. I guess she's just as confused about this as we are. At least she didn't suspect anything or got offended. Actually, I was becoming a little worried. At school, I am seen as a human female. I was concerned that if I stayed with Makoto-san too much, it could cause a misunderstanding. If that is the case, tell me right away. I wouldn't want to act as a barrier to you becoming close to female humans. I guess it sounds like she's trying to convince herself. Why is this all of a sudden, I guess? The view from this rooftop is wonderful. That must be why when I come here after school, sometimes I find a couple alone here. This might be leaning against one another or embracing. I never gave it a second thought before, but lately, it pains me to see them. I have probably come to realize that this is a sort of connection I can never attain. The closer my heart becomes to that of a human, the more I realize how much it sets us apart. Just because my heart is developing doesn't mean I can actually become human. I have known this from the beginning, of course. But only recently have I realized something. I have another wish, one just as precious as my desire to live. My realization is that this second wish can never be granted. She's still confused about this whole thing, even now. I'm sorry. I lost control of myself again. But this feeling that you are precious to me will never change. No matter what happens. And yet somehow, despite this very strange meeting, we're able to level up in our social link. I guess we got more of an idea what Aigis is going through now. Sounds like she's having a bit of an identity crisis, if you ask me. Now at level 8 in her social link. No, that's not right. Until now, I have always referred to you as something precious to me. But that is not the correct way to express this feeling. However, if I were to use the proper words, I know it would never come true, and she's gone. Still fighting off these feelings, I bet. I guess we're gonna get back to the dorm in the meantime.
Oh, hey!
Hi, Yukari. Only 5 days until the promise day. I know. Well, we're going there to break that promise. Hey, do you want to go to Tartarus tonight? We have no more business to go back to Tartarus, Yukari. As much as I would like to do that, we have no reason to do that anymore. I mean, we can, but that's just only for levels at this point. I don't really want to do that. So I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say the same thing. Carl's time to move for a walk. Farm found 5 eggs already with no yolks. According to the village legend, eggs like these are signs of extreme misfortune. The villagers are becoming terrified at a catastrophe that's about to happen. Once again, this whole Nyx thing is affecting all sorts of life right now, especially the farmers are getting worried about this. I didn't even know there were farmers here at all, because we live like in such a small town. I highly doubt we had a chance to go to the countryside. So like always, we'll just go to sleep since we have nothing else to do at night. As the day transitions to the 27th, as we maintain our great condition all the while. And now that's lunchtime again. And there's Aigis, once again meeting us in the middle of the hall. Still have the same awkward feeling. Maybe she might have figured out what she wanted to say this time around. I want to go see her after class. Well, she's one of the only socialists left that we can see after class. So we might as well do that. She's pretty much the only one available here right now. So let's continue doing this while we still can. Let's be by our side, yada yada yada. Let's see where we go today. Back on the rooftop again. It's like deja vu of yesterday. Isn't it interesting how the sunlight on a clear winter day seems stronger than it is during the summer? Perhaps it's because the sun is lower in the sky and you don't have to look up to see it. I've gotten used to this view, but it's never exactly the same. The same could be said of one's daily routine. Or of life itself. The fated day is almost here. January 31st. I come here in order to think. I can't let this end. I must protect it. Thoughts like that. She's still smiling about it, that's good. At least she still cherishes the people that she's come to know in her life. I've calmed myself by thinking things through. I thought about the old lady and Muley-san, as well as Kiyoshi-san. I wonder if Muley-san was alone until the moment of her death. Someplace no one could find her. I think the old lady wanted to be there for her at the end. To live means to be connected to other people, but life is finite and farewells are inevitable. It's sad to consider, but you and I must part one day as well. And then, I'll never be able to see you again. There's so much in life that cannot be understood. It's filled with pain. You meet others, forge relationships, and spend time with them. Then they are gone, leaving you behind. Leaving you alone. And life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, I guess. We have to deal with the tough parts too. When I consider that, I can no longer hold back my feelings. But I understand now. That's just how it is. Exactly. That's how life is. Gotta deal with the bad parts as well as celebrate the good. No two viewings are alike. No 2 days are alike. It is natural for everyone to disappear, return, and remain in a constant state of change. Life is finite and ephemeral. That is precisely what makes it precious to use, showing us that we shouldn't waste it. It is a miracle for any two like-minded people to meet within this chaotic flux. That's why forging bonds and relationships is a source of happiness. That is the root. Wait, the root? Somebody must have left a typo there. The joys of being alive. It is not a cold but a warm kind of sorrow, shining more brightly as a result of its limits. If I think of it that way, there's no time to falter or hesitate. I need to tell you. Even if my wishes are unfulfilled, I have to share my true feelings. You feel Aigis' strong resolve. Makoto-san. Oh, she said it. She said those 3 words. I didn't think she would say that. Aigis looks embarrassed. I would never expect her to actually say those words. I know that I'm a machine. I know that I can't be touched. But I don't know why. All I can see or think about is you, Makoto-san. I love you so much that I feel I may break down somehow. It's Aigis' strong affection towards you. Really want to think Aigis, of all the things we've interacted with, would actually say those words. I mean, it was implied, but they actually went through with it. And as always, meeting up with Aigis puts her at rank 9 or Social Link. Look at us, Makoto right away going for the hug. She backed off though. Was she playing hard to get? Is that what this is about, I guess? I'm sorry. I can't think of anything to say. There's no need to think of something to say for every moment. sometimes silence is the best thing to be said. I feel so happy. Happiness can't be described sometimes, I guess. You've got to learn that. I'll go ahead. I can't look at you now. She's so embarrassed. She's so embarrassed around us. To think that we have to make a machine act like that, that should really show the charm that Makoto has all along inside him.
Where have you been?
I just had an interesting meet with our friends, Akihiko. 4 more days, I know. We're not going to Tartarus. We have nothing else to do there. Except for just grinding, but I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. I mean, I'm at level 72. I'm pretty sure we'll manage just fine, Akihiko. You don't have to worry about it. And to be so up on the cup of ramen. I think we'll keep going a little longer. I thought about stopping. It would be a bit of a short episode if I do that. Women scolded a group of teenagers for spraying for graffiti. She was subsequently stabbed by one of the youth. Yeesh. Must be members of the cult. Doctors say that she was lucky and her wounds will take around 1 week to heal. At least it wasn't fatal. She should be very lucky about that. Guess we'll just go back to bed and just wait till the next day passes by. And hopefully this time around I can actually remember to go to the police station and actually buy some stuff. Because I forgot to do that again. It's been a really bad habit of mine throughout this series. I guess that just goes to show how invested I get in these social links sometimes. And we can see that the promised day is within sight now. 31st taking place on a Sunday. It's Miss Toriumi this time. Let's see, today is the last composition class for January. As they say, January walks and February runs. It'll be another new year in a flash. But before that, we've got our final exams. Oh my god. More exam stuff, come on. Just look at me, I imagine come to school every day, so you can too. Even though I had the choice, I had slipped in at home. Lots of scary people in town now. Well, speaking of sleeping in, actually I was gonna think about dozing off, but I want to stay awake, see where this goes. Those apathy syndrome rumors have been all over town lately, or all over TV. Well, same thing. Same with the cult. How do things end up this way? Well, this is what they said about it on TV. A disease born from modern society, where the darkness in their hearts completely takes over. They say it's inevitable in a hopeless society like ours, and that its victims are victims of society. I don't know why, this sounds a lot like it's prelude to Persona 5 in a way. Maybe it's because that's just been on the minds of everyone when it comes to Persona related stuff as of late. That just seems to be the kind of thing I'm taking away from this. Maybe they were predating Persona 5 by like many years in advance. I highly doubt Atlas would be that forward thinking, but just what if they were actually doing that? That would be something. Back out of the hall as it is lunchtime. As you see our favorite robot friend once again, who apparently is now in love with us. She still feels awkward about sitting next to us in class. Well, I am not gonna keep this waiting any longer. Today we're gonna finish up Aigis Social Link since we have been talking to her a lot lately. She has had quite a bit to say. So we're gonna end things off with Aigis and find out how the end of her social link takes place. So what to tell you, I'm not sure if I can say it here very well, but how can she blush with a machine? It kind of not works like that. As long as she has any blood in her body. But then again, we can say the same thing about the changes in her heart, quote unquote. Show you her room. We never seen where Aigis has been kept before, come to think of it. This ought to be very interesting. Holy cow. And it's definitely not your average high schooler's room, that's for sure. Please don't worry. The shelves on the floor are only blanks. Oh, thank goodness. I guess it was supposed to be for, like, practice, I guess? That's what I suspect, but you got a lot of blanks here. Am I surprised? Half and half. I kinda expected to be like this, but I was expecting the shell casings. I can say that. I was hesitant to invite you here. I have no heartwarming or pleasant decorations. It's hard to believe that I once thought this room was normal. It would be a very, very strange room to have for a normal high schooler, or for a normal teenager period. But that's why you want to show it to me. Yes, you are a machine. I'm not like human women, like Yukari-san or Mitsuru-san. That used to make me sad. But I figured something out. It's something that I can only say because I am unable to die. What are you getting at? I will never leave you. No matter how or when your life comes to an end. At that moment, I will be at your side. You will remain in my heart. Oh yes. Got something for me? I got something from everyone else at this point, so why not? A charred screw. It is one of the parts that had to be replaced after I collapsed at the Moonlight Bridge. I asked Mitsuru-san to have it sent here. Surprised she kept it around. I have changed since then. I'm not afraid and I won't give up. I'll get back on my feet as many times as it takes. Kinda like one of your knockdown quotes say, I'll fight by your side and protect you. This is the proof. I wanted you to hold on to it. It's a part of me. If to live means to spend time with people you forge relationships with, then I want my relationship with you to be the strongest of all. My connection to you is my reason for living. The things that's most precious to me is to be at your side. I guess that's an instant smile upon her face. We've really come to know how much she wants us, or wants her to be at our side, or vice versa. And with that, we have finished the Aigis Social Link with Aigis. We can now create Metatron, the ultimate Aeon persona. We finally come to know how much Aigis really cherishes our relationship with her. And this is one special bond that can't be broken. Metatron is also known as the Attendant to the Infinite. Makoto-san, I actually have one more favor to ask. At the base of my neck, behind the knot of the ribbon, my most important component is located there. The source of the artificial psyche that makes me who I am. My emotional engine, the Papillion heart. It's extremely delicate, so I am forbidden to expose it outside of the laboratory's clean room. I want you to touch it. Okay, this is getting a little strange. If exposed to your skin oils and cells, your genetic information will most likely be burnt into it. Even so, I want you to do this. Yeah, Makoto, I know, Makoto, this is a very shocking thing to be asked about. She wants us to leave undeniable proof in this body of the understanding that I guess we've achieved. not as a memory that can be erased, but as something permanent, something irrevocable. Looks like she's really serious about this. It's not like we have any choice. Thank you very much. I'm overflowing with joy. Please, come closer. Well, let's just hope nobody hears this. That's my main concern, if I have to be honest. Since you'll be coming into direct contact with my heart, I apologize in advance if I say something odd or make unusual noises. As a precaution, I will cut off motor functions to my arms and legs. I'm pretty sure she's cast her eyes downward for a while now, game. You did have to tell me that right now. Oh boy. Well, here we go. I understand why she wants to do this, but I'm still kind of worried. You spent a long time with Aigis. And let's hope that nobody ever heard any noises that she made.
Accepted.
Hopefully that room is soundproof. 3 more days until the promised day comes. I believe in you. No, Junpei, we're not going to Tartarus. How many times have to say this? We have nothing else to do there. I know you guys want to be so gung-ho about taking the fight to the shells, and I respect that. But I'm not repeating myself anymore. The answer is no. That is final. Man, you guys are just so stubborn sometimes. And that's coming from me. I can be pretty stubborn myself. I failed the entrance exams. I have no reason to live. People are ruling it as a suicide over a failing grade on his college entrance exams. I'm pretty sure this would not have gone down this way, but I think I know why it did. One person and one person only, and that's Nyx. As we could assume, it's a person. This is death we're dealing with after all. So something very interesting about Aigis' Papillion Heart. I looked up some more information about this, and it turns out it contains something called a Plume of Dusk. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. This is an actual item in the game, and the reason why I bring this up is that you can use these as a way to revive yourself with full HP and SP if you're playing this game in easy mode. This would activate if you ever died in Tartarus, and you were given 10 of these in easy mode, and you can only use those in that mode as well. And how the heart was given its name is that the 2 plumes are crossed together to make the shape of a butterfly, so that's why it's called the Papillion Heart. And as we learn, it's the same heart that explains how Aigis has been given a personality and explains her ability to possess Athena. But her heart is not the only thing that functions from the Plume of Dusk. It turns out that the evokers we've been using and Mitsuru's motorcycle from early on in the game were able to function during the dark hour because they did use a Plume of Dusk to make them be operable. So that does explain why Mitsuru's motorcycle was, in her words, special. All this info comes from something called the Persona 3 Club Book. It also talks about other lore explanations, like we saw Mitsuru's dad had an eye patch. It turns out that he did lose that from the shadows, and how Shinji's beanie and jacket kept his body at normal temperature because of the results of the suppressants he was taking when he was alive. So that does explain quite a bit about a few of these smaller details of the game. And I want to share that information for some time now, but I figured this would be an appropriate point to actually share that with you. So with that taken care of, we're gonna stop for today. So next time, we're gonna burn the last few days doing whatever the hell we want, as the promised day will finally arrive. Until we meet again, farewell for now.